You can still record on that bad boy?
When I was 17, I watched a very good Drew. I watched a very good Drew I streamed.
You love a little musical episode.
On the TV.
Mm-hmm. I don't know this song. Am I a fool?
That's Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
When I was 21. I don't really know all the words. It just talks about being different ages.
Yeah.
That's kind of just what music was then.
Yeah.
Was it just
and now I'm 32.
It's just reviewing each age.
Frank Sinatra is interesting because in my mind he was always either like a child or like an old rugged gangster.
Yeah, I don't really know.
You know,
see,
like,
when you say child, I'm picturing like Jackson 5. I'm picturing like Frank Sinatra as like a really little kid. I don't think he was that famous.
No, but like, I'm thinking like a young man. Like
very young man.
16 to 20.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Jesus Christ was born and then nobody heard anything about him until he was like 30.
Yeah.
Biblically. And then it's like, oh yeah, now he's doing miracles and shit. You're
when I think of Sinatra, I think of like old like Sinatra on the Carson program.
Sure.
Carson.
Hey, sit down with Johnny.
With Don Rickles and that whole thing.
Yeah. No, he's very much that guy. He's of that era of the 60s. My grandfather always loved him, and he was obsessed with the story of how they kidnapped Frank Sinatra Jr., was it? His son?
Yeah.
He was like, hey, they wanted a bunch of ransom money, and Frankie was like, I'm not going to do it.
I gotta figure out how to turn my...
Just gotta get some Do Not Disturb going.
Yeah. My girlfriend is at the baseball game.
Yes, we're taping this on Wednesday, October 8th. I only say that, one, because the Phillies and Dodgers play in 15 minutes.
Yes.
So this is gonna be the quickest episode. I'm just kidding. And two, it's my cat's birthday. It's not really her birthday. It's the day she was dropped off at the shelter, which is basically her birthday.
That's what their birthdays are, right?
Happy birthday, Helga.
Happy birthday.
We got her a toy for her birthday. It's like a feather wand robot toy.
Oh yeah.
And it's like there's like a weighted base and then this like little feather wand goes around.
Does she like it?
She liked it for like 5 minutes.
She's probably skeptical. They're usually skeptical at first.
She doesn't like robot stuff. Like we have a water fountain for her to drink from.
Yeah.
And I had it where I was like, oh, it's gonna be great. It'll save energy because it's motion censored. So like if she approached, it would turn on.
Sure.
But now we have to have it on all the time because if she's just walking around and it starts turning on, she freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
She doesn't like she's very skittish.
Wait, so when it's on all the time, is it just like constantly flowing water?
Mm-hmm, yeah, but then it recycles it back in.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not incredibly wasteful of water.
It's but it can probably get a little gross, you know?
Yeah,
because
we swap it out like once a week.
I feel like the animal water that my dogs used to drink, they would like eat. Well, dogs are stupid, but
dogs are different than cats.
They'll eat food and then they'll dunk their face in the water, and then food will get in the water, and then it's like mushy, weird, gross water, and they're still drinking it.
Yeah, no, I think the worst thing that happens is like we'll get. Yeah, they're not the smartest animals.
Yeah,
the worst thing that'll happen is she gets hair in it because she's always shedding. Yeah, so I love the cat. She's tuxedo, so black and white, and I wear mostly black, as you know.
Yeah,
I got fucking white cat hair all over me all the time.
Dude,
now.
I got white cat hair all over this microphone.
Yeah, you know why? Because you
screen.
brought it to the Upper East Side, and my goddamn cat was everywhere.
Yeah,
but she hides when you come over. So her hair is just everywhere.
It is.
I love her though. Happy birthday, Helga. And happy birthday, Cleveland Rocks. Not really. That's coming up. But happy birthday if it's your birthday.
Yeah. Hey, if you're listening right now, this is a happy birthday message to you.
Yes. You can please do us a favor, clip this off, and then when it's your birthday, just play it back.
Yeah.
And this is us wishing you a happy birthday.
Great. You want to start doing cameos?
Yeah.
But like only for our fans. If you want a personalized message, just email us and we'll put it in the next episode.
We'll record something for you. We got an email, I do just want to say, from a fan in Australia.
Oh.
Who said hello. It was a couple days ago. Her name is
Under.
Rihanna. And she said, I don't think it's that Rihanna. I want to be clear.
Well, that'd be great. I didn't know she was Australian.
I never picked it up in the song.
Yeah, never heard the accent.
No, but she's just a big fan, and she listens on her commute, and she said hello, and I was like, oh shit, Australia's crazy.
Yeah.
Could you? I couldn't imagine.
I don't even know. Can you even conceptualize Cleveland? What an underwhelming, depressing place.
I want to know what the Australian equivalent of Cleveland is.
There's got to be. Yeah. If you get this message, please write us what the Australian equivalent of Cleveland, Ohio is.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to Cleveland Rocks.
Yes.
America's own and Australia's only Drew Carey Show podcast.
Yeah, we're worldwide.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. TJ, how are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm all right. It's been a minute. We're doing well.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since we recorded one.
You went overseas, not to Australia.
Yes, to England.
Yeah. How are those blokes doing?
I don't know how they eat what they do all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, London has some good food. It's like any big city. You got some good restaurants.
Yeah,
they had lots of good Indian food, whatever.
Sure.
But the British food. We went up for a wedding, so we were in like the north of England, north of Manchester. So we were kind of in a remote area, small town, and all the breakfasts were toast and then like one portobello mushroom, beans, and sausage.
Yeah,
and
the British, as far as I can tell,
rough.
They're really they're so forward thinking in their mash technology. They figure out how to smash every fucking food, and that's how they eat it.
You think about it, as babies, that's how we eat all our food.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were like, if it's good enough for us,
if it's good enough for our children, it should be good enough for us.
Maybe why not employ the same preparation techniques to literally all our food? The first meal we had, it was fish and chips, and I like fish and chips. I was saying to my girlfriend while we were there, I was like, I used to get that at Applebee's all the time, which I know some of you at home might be like, ew, getting the fish
Applebee's
and chips. Applebee's, it's fried fish. It's fine. Like, it's good.
Right.
I love a brown meal. just fried fish and fries.
Mm-hmm.
But they serve it with the mushy peas.
Yeah.
And it's so, I'm not even trying, like, I like to think that I'm open-minded and like I wasn't like disgusted. I still ate it.
Yeah.
But it's so bland.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to it. I literally dumped malt vinegar in the mushy peas.
Just to feel anything.
Yeah. So
the Brits stole so much from foreign countries, but they couldn't steal spices. It blows my mind.
No,
they never
couldn't.
Understood seasoning.
No, but you go to the British Museum. Mm-hmm. We got the British Museum's awesome. If you're ever in London, I'm sure those of you that have been have gone. Like the best museum in the world, because it really is just every artifact that they stole from every country when they own like half the world. And it's actually
it's an ode to crime.
It's really because like you walk in and right away it's like, oh, here's the Rosetta Stone, here's an Easter Island head, here's parts of the Parthenon, just like nothing that they ever owned.
Right.
But I love that every plaque now, you can tell this this message wasn't always there. Every plaque says, and we're currently in discussions with the indigenous people of this tribe just to talk about how it was acquired. We're in conversation, just trying to be like, we get it, all right, we stole it, but get off our back.
They're just holding out. They're just like eventually
they're trying to hold on to it as long as they can,
because then the museum has to go away.
Yes.
And that's sad because it's cool. That's sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Cleveland though. We got two more F's.
Cleveland, the London of Ohio.
Yeah, that's what they're all saying.
Yes.
That's what they're saying. Season 4, episode 5 and 6. I thought 2 banger eps.
Yeah.
I think we're back, baby. It's like we never left. Also, not weirdly sexual, but very sexual episodes here. We've got fake tits. We've got cyber sex. We've got cross-dressing. Everything you want.
It's a couple of horny eps.
Yeah, these were freaky, and they aired on ABC in the 90s, and I salute that. I respect that.
There was something about Oswald lifting up his shirt, turned around, and like that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, I
can't believe this aired on.
This was Family Fun Friday on ABC or whatever.
Yeah.
Insane. We'll start with that. Season 4, episode 5, Sexual Perversity in Cleveland. We see Oswald and Lewis going into the Winfred Louder office to start.
Yes.
We find out it's Oswald's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Oswald.
Happy birthday, Oswald. I love how this first came up because he walks in and he's going to go hit on
one of Drew's
coworkers. And Lewis is like, you have an automatic conversation starter. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
I'm like, are guys really using that at the bar?
Hey.
Is that?
Oh, at the bar for sure. But in your buddy's office, I don't know if that flies.
I'm still just like, that's a pretty weak pickup line.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my birthday. It's like, cool.
I have no charm, but I do have a birthday.
Yeah.
Is that all I got? He goes up and somehow even he fumbles this though, because his proof that it's his birthday is a birthday check from his mom.
Yeah.
And he's like showing it off like he's like some hot shit. And the woman he's trying to hit on is like, does that say butthead on the? And then he explains that in childbirth, his butt came out first instead of his head.
Yeah.
So they thought he had a butt for a head.
And he didn't have oxygen for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because as we know, that's bad news.
It is, but he made it through.
Yeah.
Mostly unscathed, I would say.
And that probably explains a lot. He didn't have oxygen for the first 2 minutes of his life.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
The gang all gets together at Drew's cubicle. We finally get a resolution to Darcy. I was saying with the last episode, it was weird to not have.
We didn't see her
this girlfriend
again after he decides to quit.
No, and I thought that was kind of like a crucial part of the whole
reason
arc.
He was doing the band.
Yeah, so why didn't we resolve it? We get a resolution. The gang all gets together because Drew is going to introduce Darcy to his 9-to-5 life.
Yeah.
Now that he's given up the music. They immediately are like, this is going to go so poorly. Kate is like, don't feel good about this. Lewis is giving them prepared lines to deliver when she turns away and rejects him. Oswald's optimistic. But he is eventually proven wrong because as they come off the elevator, Drew and a blindfolded Darcy walk towards his cubicle.
Yeah.
And he pulls back the blindfold and he's like, yeah, this is my life.
This is my life. And I love her first reaction. She's like, yeah, sometimes this is what my life feels like too.
Yeah, she's like,
he's trying to make some artistic statement.
Well, Art House Drew, he's always a thinker. He's always going. Right. But he's like, no, I need you to know, when I was playing at night, this is what I was doing during the day. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. This is why I shaved my beard and changed my hair color.
Yeah, and then she's like, so what do you think? I just think the rest of the world is a bunch of pathetic Dilberts.
Yeah, and they're pulling the dolls away.
Yeah, they're throwing his Dilbert dolls away, but he's just she's trying to play it off like, I can get it. You think I wouldn't like you because
I'm the bigger person.
I'm a bigger person.
Yeah, than just what you think. So Drew starts to show her around, and he's like, yeah, this is my desk, and that's my cubicle. And he starts going through drawers. And she's like, you know what? I think I left an earring. I lost an earring, actually, between here and the elevator. I'm going to go find it.
And then she walks about halfway down the hallway and she sprints.
Yeah, full-on sprint.
Really, I'm the bigger person shtick lasted for maybe 30 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
She was immediately like, oh, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Look, she's like a young kid, kind of. She's younger than Drew.
She's not ready for this.
Yeah, no, she's gonna go find some other schmuck of the Ramada Inn.
Yeah,
she's gonna go, get with Ed.
Yeah, go get with Ed.
Go get with Ed. He'll show you some real shit. I bet he's been through it. Yeah, and then immediately they start going into the canned lines about oh, you're better off without her and all this stuff. But
yeah,
that's the end of Darcy.
The other line was, I think I saw her in a porno.
Yes, that's correct.
That was Kate's line.
That's how we begin this episode, with saying that Drew's ex-girlfriend was in a porno. It's Horn Dog City here, guys. That's what we're going with.
Population. I don't know. What's the population of Cleveland? They're all. It's got to be 300,000.
Man, it's a little horny city right on the river. That's all you need to know.
Right on the lake.
Right on the lake.
Well, I guess they have a river and a lake.
Right. I was
the river caught on fire, but they're known as the mistake on the lake.
Oh, is that what they're known as?
Yeah.
The mistake on the lake?
The mistake on the lake.
That fucking rules. I never knew that nickname. We come back from the titles and we get Drew on his living room computer. So remember, this was installed a couple of episodes ago and we never touched it. Now we're finally getting some use for it.
The placement is so of that era. Because I remember, now you think of if anyone has a desktop, they probably have
an office
space or something.
We didn't know what to do with computers.
Or we had laptops. But yeah, back then, I remember ours was right in the center of the dining room.
Yeah.
This giant computer, clunky console. And then we moved it right next to the kitchen table.
Yep.
You just kind of put it wherever you had wall space.
Well, and I think a lot of people thought it was an entertainment first device a la a TV. So maybe it made sense to put also phone lines and shit back when you had to use.
Yeah, true. You had to hook them into a similar space.
We had it always in a living room right off, not a living room, but a family room space right off of the front door.
Yeah.
But it was always facing two windows. So if you just creeped in behind the window, you could see
you
whatever.
Playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Me watching White and Nerdy for the 30th time on YouTube. That was the first thing I did with dial-up internet was I went onto YouTube and I watched
White and Nerdy.
Yeah. We were very late. It took, I swear to God, 40 minutes for it to fucking load.
What were some of the things on YouTube? My early days using the computer, I feel did you ever watch things? Well, Charlie the Unicorn was one.
Charlie the Unicorn. Evolution of Dance was
Madness.
Huge. Evolution of
Dance, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Stick Figure Madness I never watched, though.
I used to be really obsessed with the little stick figure kind of bit games or whatever. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what is it? Newgrounds, right? That sort of website, Newgrounds or whatever.
It might be. I can't remember.
Flash games that you would play with your shit.
God, we got
the Impossible game.
Yeah. We got some computer stuff to catch up because, we'll get into it because he's got some chat names here that I want to talk about.
So he's using it to flirt with women. Now that Darcy is out of the picture, Drew's all sad boy again.
Yeah.
So we get him chatting with babes on the internet.
Yes.
Specifically one that goes by the name Honeybee28 that he's just been chatting away.
Into it.
He's really into it with her. Kate's getting him off the computer though because real people are there, Drew. Go be with real people.
Yeah.
Oswald walks in and Lewis gives him a birthday tackle.
Yeah, he was ready for your birthday tackle and just, rams him into the fucking door like a police officer trying to break it down.
Yeah, he just falls and collapses. They're like, all right, who's next? And Oswald's like, can we do these another time? Just completely... we find out
he's a little distraught right now.
He's in a bummed mood. His mother's birthday check that he was showing off so proudly has bounced.
Yeah. She apparently doesn't have a lot of money. He was explaining that she's also might lose the salon and they're foreclosing on her house.
Yeah. She's in dire financial straits.
They didn't really say why, am I right?
I think
she's running out of money.
Yeah, I think just bad luck befalls people sometimes. It's probably the plot that we're led to believe here.
Yeah.
But
kind of like Drew's parents.
Yeah, exactly. Just
whenever they lost their house or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
No, they didn't really elaborate on it, but all we know is that she's no good and Oswald wants to help her and get some money for her. And they're trying to kind of figure out what he could do. And Lewis offers him a job. He's like, it's not probably the thing that you had in mind.
Right.
But Drug Co., of course, is looking for people to do new experiments. And one of these experiments would be testing out women's breast implants.
Yes.
And God bless Oswald because he's really excited about it. And the first thing he asks is...
immediately, I'm with Oswald.
Yeah. You didn't know where this was going?
I'm sorry, you immediately knew where this was going?
I for sure thought it was going to go here. Yeah.
See, my thought was, he's going to touch breast implants.
Well, Oswald, he's like, are you allowed to giggle when you touch them? He's so excited at the idea of getting to touch fake boobs.
Yeah.
But then, no. Lewis explains, no, it's not touching the fake breast implants. It's you would have breast implants inserted to your chest.
Why do they need to put them in men?
I don't know if they need to. They just needed a warm body to put them in. Maybe they're like some weird experimental.
Why not
breast
test them in other women?
I know. Look, buddy, I understand what you're saying. There could be a bunch of logic that was not given for this. We're just expected to believe.
Anyway,
they want Oswald to have some big old knockers.
Yeah, jumbo tatas.
And Oswald is very not into it. He's like, oh, I don't know about this. But then Lewis tells him it's $10,000 to have them on for a month. So it's 31 days, $10,000. He's just got to have some knockers on him. So they're thinking about, Drew's even thinking about it, but Kate absolutely is against this. She's like, I don't like the idea of my friends having breasts. These 3 guys. It's
just Kate walking around with 3 guys,
3 guys with fake tits. And no, she's so not into it.
I God bless the work they're doing at Drug Co.
Well, Kate points out, she's like, is Drug Co just like one long truther dare? Like, is there any science going on? How do we have this going on? And like, we still don't have a cure for cancer. You know what I mean? We're working on it, right? Yeah.
Well, they definitely had to perfect breast implants.
And men.
First.
Male breast implants took the lead there.
We go to the next scene. We're in the house still, and we're back on the computer.
He's cleaning up, or Kate is cleaning up, I should say, after Drew from a cyber date he had the night before.
Yes, she's picking up some imported beer.
Yeah, and a bunch of candles.
Yeah.
He's setting the mood for himself. Kate has a bunch of curiosity about how these cyber dates work. So she's kind of like, plying at Drew. Clawing at Drew. I don't know what word I'm trying to use there. And Drew's originally hesitant. He's like, oh, I don't type and tell. I'm not gonna let you know what I'm doing. But yeah, then he's basically like, it kind of works like a regular romantic situation. You sort of like, go into it. And then Kate's like, so you're basically typing with one hand.
Right.
He's jorking it, as the kids would say.
Right.
We also learned, crucially, go ahead.
His title,
username.
His username, Beer Stud 2.
I love this. I love this.
Not to be confused with the Beer Stud 1, the original Beer Stud.
Yeah. Do you remember your first? Did you have AIM?
AOL AIM. It's the same thing.
The Instant Messenger. Yeah. Do you remember your first username?
Lay's 718.
Like the chip?
After the potato chip. I was such a little fat piece of shit. I loved Lay's potato chips so much. Dude, that Lay's 718. And 718 is just my birthday.
I like that it wasn't even like potato chip something. Like you were like, no,
potato chip
I ride or die Lay's.
It's like, I'm a brand ambassador. Yeah. So I love
you're ahead of the curve on being an influencer.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Lay's
to reach out. Hey, listen, Frito-Lay. Hook your boy up.
Come on.
What do you want? Sour cream and onion? We got that.
Yes.
Ketchup, we'll import them from Canada. Whatever you want, dude.
What was yours?
Mine was Duffinator 613.
Yeah.
613 is not my birthday. It was the birthday of a girl I had a crush on. Which is real sad because she didn't even have AIM. So I think my idea was she was going to sign up for it and ask me, and then she'd be like, oh, that's my birthday. And I'd be like, I know. It was a bad idea. You do dumb things when you're 12.
Like, oh my God, how romantic.
Yeah, right? And I was going to swoop her off her feet. Yeah. Oh, God. So the people who didn't have Instant Messenger, they're probably better off now. But at the time, I was like, you're fucking weird. Your parents don't want you on the computer. Yeah. The computer's a beautiful thing.
No, I used to spend a lot of time on there. I don't remember. Nobody in my house used the computer. We had it.
Yeah.
And we had it because I had some older brothers, but then they went off to school. And then we just had it. Yeah. And then my mom and my dad, they weren't on. My dad definitely wasn't on it. I don't think they had any idea how to use it.
No. We had it, and we were late to getting, I got dial-up, after YouTube, like I had said. So it was probably 2007, 2008 that we got, dial-up internet.
Yeah.
And then, there was no really a need to until, I don't know, I was in high school or something, probably 2010. We got, Wi-Fi.
I guess you were the first of all your siblings, too.
I was.
So you would have needed it first.
Yeah, for papers and shit. But like even like the way that like you do things now is just how quick evolution is of like Google Docs and everything, now, online classes and
now
shit.
you don't even need like I remember back then when you used to need a printer.
Oh yeah,
a printer was just as essential as having the fucking computer because you need to be able to print your MapQuest directions,
or
your just whatever papers or web pages or whatever the hell, all the recipes, everything got printed.
Stuff, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I remember I was on Twitter and my mom didn't understand what Twitter was, and I was like, oh yeah, people can post things, and like I showed her like my feed, and one guy was posting like I just ate some fried chicken, and my mom's like, now who would ever want to know that? And now Twitter is how we learn everything about the federal government. So that's a fun thing that's happened.
That's very much what my first posts were. In fairness to your mom.
Yeah.
Like what I'm learning about, DHS kidnapping people from their families.
Yeah.
Is much different than what I
originally was.
What it was originally. Whenever I look back at like my Facebook posts from, I think I had Facebook back in 2009 or 2010.
Sure.
And I was just posting swimming.
Yeah.
I would just post what
you were doing,
what I was doing.
Well,
in that
that's
moment.
what it prompted you
going to club.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, because it used to be like TJ Swagger
what's
is ... Like you used to not even have a choice. It had to be like is, and you would tell people what you were doing.
Oh yeah, it literally just now it's like, what are your thoughts on abortion? It's literally what the prompt is.
Yeah. Now it's yell at your aunt about something. Who knows? Yeah. It's incredible. Anyway, Drew doesn't have to worry about any of this, though. He's just getting horny on the internet.
He's just getting horny.
That's been a thing since the dawn of computers.
It was the first. It was why they made computers.
That's actually true. Tim Berners-Lee gave an interview, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I was down bad. That's all it was. You ever just really get down bad, dude?"
Yeah.
So Beer Stud 2. I loved it so much.
Talking to Honeybee 28.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We then go to Winfred Louder, and Oswald runs in to drop off a package for Drew. Usually there's some banter and he's friendly with him. This one's very like high and by, to the point where Drew's even like, whoa, buddy, what's going on? And he's like, oh, it's fine. He's like, why are you wearing a parka? He's got this big fucking coat on.
And he's wearing shorts. Which, to be fair, that's what all those fucking UPS guys wear anyway. They're all wearing shorts and then their winter coats. They never wear pants.
No. Well, the legs are immune from heat or cold.
Were you the shorts and hoodie kid in school?
I was not. But I know a couple.
We had a lot of them.
I know a bunch. It's Pennsylvania, dude. Are you kidding me?
That's the uniform.
Our senator is hoodie and shorts guy.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, Drew's finally like, oh, holy shit, I know what's going on. You got the implants. And he's like, okay, it's just for a month and it's for my mom. And it's, he's trying to downplay the fact that he's got fake breasts in right now.
Yeah. And you can't really see them.
No, the park is doing its job.
Yeah. He's hiding them well.
Yeah. But, Drew eventually, we get a moment where the coworker from the start of the episode comes over and is like, oh, hey, Oswald. So I know I said I couldn't be with you earlier because I was seeing some other guy, but he's a piece of trash.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get coffee with you after work.
Right.
And he's got to turn her down.
He's like, I can't do anything now, but in 31 days, at the end of his breast implant.
She doesn't know, obviously. So
she's like, if you're waiting for something to clear up, I'm not interested.
Drew goes, it's crazy that having an STD is a better excuse for you right now than what's actually going on. Larry overhears Oswald whispering that he's like, hey, don't bring up that I got breasts. And Larry goes, hey, hold on. This guy's got hooters. This guy's got, just announces to the office. So Oswald and Drew leave. And then we get a moment. I completely forgot there was no Wick still in the picture. Mr. Wick is still in rehab.
Still in rehab.
He's not in this episode all that much.
Yeah.
But Larry is still de facto boss.
Yeah.
As dictated by Mrs. Louder, his honey.
So once Drew and Oswald leave, Drew says he's going to go buy him a beer.
Yeah.
Larry comes around and he says to Mimi, he's like, look, I'm going to need you to stay late tonight. I needed to do XYZ and I napped through all of the hours in the day.
He napped the day away.
So
God bless him.
Mimi's like, you're a ship boss and I'm leaving at 5.
Yeah.
And then Larry's like, no, I'm in charge now. And, and anyway.
I've been hesitant to put my foot down, but I'm going to do it. She's like, I'm going to tell Mrs. Louder that you're flirting with me so that she gets jealous.
And then Larry's like, oh, then it's going to be all three of us.
Yeah, he's like, it's a menage a trois situation.
Yeah, so anyway, Larry takes down her email.
Right, he's like, I'm just going to send you the work remotely. Yeah. What's your email? And we find out that Mimi's email is honeybee28 at peoplenet.something.
Yeah, at peoplemeet.com.
Yeah.
I love that that's what email used to be.
Yeah.
It was just whatever fucking website you became a member of.
Yeah.
Now it's all Gmail. Everyone's doing Gmail.
Some people still Yahoo strongholds exist.
I have a Hotmail.
I was going to say, you were a Hotmail guy.
And I get all my Temple, all my college emails to that Hotmail still.
That's not bad because I'm sure you're not checking it.
Never.
Yeah. I just gave him a fake email when we graduated. I gave them like a nonsense. I also like wrote it really shittily because this was before you had to type anything in. They asked us to handwrite them when we got like our yearbooks and everything. I don't know if you remember that. But I hand wrote a fake email and then gave it in.
I forgot we got yearbooks.
Yeah, we got yearbooks, baby.
In college?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I think we did. I did at least.
We might have. God, I miss yearbooks back in high school though.
Yeah.
Those were the days. The OG, yeah, but just like you can go around collecting signatures, basically just seeing, all right,
Who fucks with you?
What was my social capital this year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
How much?
Some years you're a little light.
Yeah, some years it was light. Yeah. Some years it was like, oh, here's the same like 4 friends and it's all inside jokes. Mm-hmm. Then other years you're like, oh shit, Mr. Boswell put his name in there. All right.
When you got the teachers decided, you're like, whoa,
you're
okay.
like, whoa.
Respect. I liked whenever you would get a pretty girl to write like a paragraph, you'd be like, my heart's a flutter, man.
I had such a good time in geometry.
You're so funny.
You're so funny.
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
Sort of thing.
You wonder what all they're all doing now. They're all
married.
They're all mothers.
Fucking kids and homes and 401ks, whatever the fuck.
God bless them. I don't know what that's like. So anyway, Honeybee 28. The reveal is Drew has been having flirty fun time with Mimi.
Yes.
Remotely. That's very fun. That's crazy, dude.
I love it.
God.
Well, Drew said he's, back to our conversation with Kate when he was explaining it. He says he feels like he's gotten to know this woman
very well,
better than anybody else that he's met in person or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's gotten to know her very well. And then Kate points out, he's like, do you know her name? And he was like, no. But I'm like, so how does it not come up, though, if you know her well, where she works?
Right, exactly.
It does come up later.
Well, it does eventually.
Yeah. So we're back at the house.
We go back to the house. The guys are watching a game, and they're all like very not subtly trying to cop a feel of Oswald.
Yeah.
Lewis is moving his hands around. Drew can't keep his eyes up.
I gotta say, I love how interested his boys are in his tits. I love that they're just so they just want to see their guy shirtless.
But it's like yes, but it's not like a supportive thing. Like it's I love it.
The undertone
there's a creep undertone to this that I think is I just have a lot of questions about how close these guys are.
Yeah, I really it's not the tone I thought that the episode would take.
Yeah,
I thought they'd be a lot more creeped out, but instead they're very curious.
They're into it. They're very into it.
They would make it really weird if given the opportunity.
Well, we get real close. They're like, you know what? I think just to clear the air here, we gotta see him. So Oswald's in like this oversized Cleveland Browns jersey.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, fine. And then we get this shot of Oswald from behind lifting his jersey up, and the two of these buffoons on the couch just ogling at his breasts. We can't see the breast. At some point they do show you some side boob.
You see some side boob just to know, oh, he's got some perky fake ones up there.
but we never, it's ABC primetime. We can't really go crazy.
Yeah.
So they're like, they're watching, like they're looking around. At one point, I thought they were going to ask him to jump up and down. That's where I thought this was going. But then it gets to a crazier point.
They want to touch him.
They want to touch them. And Oswald has very specific rules of like, you can only use your left
hand, fingertips, no palms. and no honking.
No honking. So
Drew also suggests shaving them, which I thought was a good point as well.
Oh shit! I didn't catch that.
Because I'm just like, they're probably his hairy.
Well, it's
natural
a man
chest.
Yeah, man chest, but fake breasts.
Oh man.
Oh god. So anyway, they're going in to reach with their left hands, and at that moment, Kate walks in and just freaks out. They all freak out. Oswald like doubles over and falls into the wall. She's like, "Oh, I wonder what would have happened if I stopped for gas 5 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 minutes before." It's at this point too that Drew gets a ping from Honeybee 28, and he shoos the rest of the gang out of his house. It's time for his cyber date.
Yeah,
he's gonna.
Oswald says he has to go home anyway and rub cocoa butter on his chest.
Cocoa butter on his fake
for
breast.
for the stretch marks.
Mm-hmm, of course. Yeah. They're monitoring that at Drug Co. So we start having some sexting back and forth with Honeybee 28.
Yeah, we
get for the first time reverse shots of Drew at his computer and Mimi at her computer, messaging back and forth.
They both kind of set the mood. Drew turned the lights down and everything, but then even in Mimi's apartment, the lights were nice and dim, and she clearly.
She's in a robe.
It's hard to tell if she's dolled up or if this is her like regular look.
Right. Drew's saying, like, what are you wearing? Sort of thing. She's like, oh, I put on some extra makeup for you, which as an audience, when we know, hysterical.
Yes.
So
yes.
Drew's kind of new to cyber sexting, it seems.
Yeah. So as I'm sure most people are in
the 90s. Yeah. So he's like, I don't really know how this goes. And Mimi's like, oh, are you a virgin? And he goes, haha, no, I'm for this. In real life, I've definitely done it at least three or four times.
That got me thinking. I was like, was that a joke? Or because I was like, he's definitely had sex at least 4 times in this show so far.
Yeah, I think if we're keeping track.
If I haven't been keeping track.
I've got a big Drew sex board
we got
at home.
Yeah, we actually have an expo board.
Yeah, that I'm just keeping a tally every time.
Yeah.
Keeping a list of names. But yeah, no. So, he's like, oh, well, let's do like some sort of role playing. Where do you work? Oh, they both say they've always wanted to have sex at work.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And then she reveals that she works at a department store.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, oh, hey,
me too.
Literally doesn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then they
get into it. Drew says they start off on the desk.
Yeah.
And he puts whipped cream on her toes, which I'm like, yeah, okay.
And then we get
this. Seems like something Drew's into.
Yeah, I think, food related, food adjacent. We had that whole thing with Nikki and that food scene.
Yeah.
And then Mimi sort of launches more into it. There's a point where we don't even hear what she says, but it's very explicit apparently. And then they just start going to town. We get this like sexy music starts to play as Drew's typing like a fiend. And then we get this shot.
Well, then he right as the shot starts to move away from Drew, he's taking off his watch and he's rolling his sleeve.
He's getting ready to type with one hand. Yes. He's doing the dance.
Yes.
And then we get this shot out of his window and it goes to the sky, the night sky, and we see
the moon.
We see the moon, but it's not just any moon. There's a face in the moon. And it is Jim O'Hare, who we again remember was previously on the show. It's just he's the moon.
He's just the moon right now. An
anthropomorphized moon. And he's like smiling, and then he looks down, presumably at Drew, and it's just this most disgusted face you've ever seen in your life. Like, oh God, you're doing that? Oh God. I really enjoyed that they put him
really
fucking prosthetics for this.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And then they basically pan back down to Drew. It's all done. I don't know how long that took. I think his shirt's unbuttoned now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5 minutes. It was the chat of passion has ended, and they're doing casual chatting afterwards, and that was really great. This, that, the other.
She said she can't. We do get a reverse shot first of Mimi with her legs are up on the desk.
Oh yeah,
she's in heels.
Her keyboard's on her chest.
Yeah. She says, "I can't believe I did that in front of my troll dolls."
And this is where Drew starts to kind of go like, troll dolls, huh? And she's like, oh yeah, I collect troll dolls. Yeah. He's like, and he's starting the department store. He's putting it together, and he goes, hey, now that we've done all of this, what's your name? What's your name? And Mimi's like, oh, you're not really supposed to give that out, but I guess I'll just give him my first name to appease him. And then she goes, Mimi. And then I believe the next shot we see is Drew fully clothed in his shower, crying as he sits on the floor. Oh, Drew, man, what are you going to do?
Just when you thought he found his next great love.
Yeah, turns out it's
too
his
good to be true.
Nemesis.
This probably ruins the internet for Drew for a long time.
Yeah. No, Drew couldn't get back on for quite some time.
The next scene we're actually, if you forgot, we did. We're in Wick's rehab.
Yes.
Mimi shows up.
She's visiting him.
She's visiting, and Wick has like a, I don't know, like a craft for her, and it looks like something that you knit, or
it's like a
needlepoint thing, and it says, "God, I want some Coke." I think.
Yeah. It's like a house, and then "God, I want some Coke" in needlepoint. Yeah. He's doing well, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely
absolutely.
handling it well.
And then who comes in to also visit him but Drew Carey?
Yeah.
Who takes like a mortified step back when he sees Mimi.
Right.
Remember, Mimi
he can't
has
even
no
look
idea.
at her in the eye now. No, Mimi has no idea.
No idea at this point.
Drew can't look at her though.
No. And then Wick goes away, and Mimi.
Yeah. Wick says something about, I have something. I think this is why he invited the two of them at the same time, or they just happened to be there at the same time. But he says something about, I have something that I think would help to both of you, and it's some sort of interpretive dance.
Oh.
So that's why he goes out to go get like a guitar or something.
to
I really was bummed.
I
thought we were going to get the interpretive dance scene.
You were waiting on it.
We did not.
I hate to tell you, listener, we do not get it. Mimi comes over and starts chatting to Drew about like, well, first of all, we get a couple of moments where Drew, she's like, "Is it you?" And he goes, "What? What? How do you?"
Yeah.
He's so on edge.
Be chill, chill.
Yo, relax. It wasn't you on the computer. Was that smell you? You know, it smells rancid. And then she starts asking him questions about a computer. You know, she brings up her sister, quote unquote.
Yeah, chasing some guy on the internet, and he left her hanging.
Yeah, she got ghosted essentially, and she's trying to figure out if there's a way to find the location of another person's computer. And Drew goes, no way to do it.
There's no way.
But he also sort of gives her this like, sometimes men don't respond to women for good reasons. And she's not taking that. She's like, oh, whatever. And then the final scene we get here is Drew sending a message to Honeybee 28, kind of apologizing for leaving her hanging.
Yeah.
He's like, we had an interesting time.
He takes a big swig of beer and he says, whipped cream will never taste so sweet.
Yep. And then we get what might be my favorite joke so far of this season, which is he apologizes. He's like, I wish I could do this, but I've already put Hillary through enough. Drew's excuse to get out of this is that he's President Bill Clinton.
I'm actually Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. What a 90s joke that they stumbled into.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And that is where we leave it. I enjoyed that.
The credit scene is the moon again. Jim O'Hara and the moon.
Singing Moon
over Parma. Yeah. But just like moon over me. Yeah. I mean, me over Parma.
Yes. Literally, the moon is over Parma.
Yes.
It was fantastic. I don't know, man. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
That's a great app.
It's a solid app.
Yeah. What a good They really wrap it up quick, but they give it like a strong enough joke to finish it.
I think it's also like a perfect encapsulation of like what this show is. Like it's in that it is just weird. It's weird and it's willing to go places that like I don't think a lot of other sitcoms would be willing to. I don't think
male
a lot of sitcoms,
breast implants.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that would be a runner for multiple episodes on Friends. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like chat room sex was probably a little more
new,
niche and new.
It's cutting edge in a way
than it is now. It probably was back then more interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, but I also like the next one too.
Yes,
season 4, episode 6, Cain and Mabel.
Yes,
it starts as you pointed out.
Halloween app.
Halloween app, baby.
It is October, and we got our Halloween app. We're finally on track with the Drew Carey show.
Spooky season. We go in Drew's kitchen.
The carving pumpkin.
Kate. Yes, he's scared to touch the inside pumpkin guts. I don't like that either.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think back to my days carving pumpkins. I used to hate like reaching in and touching all the guts and the seeds and whatnot. That was the grossest part.
Yeah, but you need to do it. You can't have a gut-filled pumpkin carving.
So my thumb.
Oh shit!
You see that scar?
Yeah. What'd you do?
That was whenever I was like 10 carving pumpkins.
Oh man!
And I just took one of those pumpkin carvers, just sliced a chunk of my thumb off.
So for the listener, TJ's thumb just has a line kind of through the middle of it.
Yeah, just a
very
big
faint
gash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not faint. I shouldn't say that. It looks like it hurts.
It definitely looked like, I mean, if you compare it to another thumb.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you could tell
it's a very clear divot.
Yeah.
And I just dug right into there.
That was been a fun ER visit.
Yeah. I don't think
he was carving
stitches.
a pumpkin.
I don't think they can do stitches there. I think they just did the butterfly tape. But anyway,
wow.
I think that was the last time I've used a pumpkin carver.
Yeah, you haven't carved a pumpkin since. I can't blame you.
Also, just like I don't know, it seems like a lot of work. People a lot
to
of people
die.
do it.
It's the thing's gonna at this point. If you did it now, it'd be rotted by Halloween.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Also, I don't know. I thought about getting a pumpkin. I was at Target the other day, and they've got big like display cases where it's like, oh yeah, get your carved pumpkin. Or I don't have a carving kit. And where the fuck am I gonna put it in New York? What am I gonna leave it out?
You got a little balcony.
Yeah, but the balcony's covered right now by scaffolding.
Oh yeah,
so nobody's going to see it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next year. Probably not.
Do a little pumpkin carving.
Yeah, do like a dumb little face.
I would, try it again.
Sure,
I'm open to it. Yeah. I'm not like
you've been hurt before,
right?
But you're willing to give it a shot.
I'm willing to try again.
That's brave. That's bold.
So Drew and Kate, they go into the backyard where Lewis and Oswald are also working on their pumpkin.
They're doing it a unique way. They're carving a pumpkin with electricity.
Yeah, they have a battery hooked up to a pumpkin on top of the pool table. And I think they're wearing like hard hats or goggles or something.
Oh, they're fully prepared.
And they're like, oh, you guys are still carving pumpkins with carvers, the old way.
We're living in the future.
Yes.
And
fire up the battery.
They tell everybody to stand aside and let science do its thing. They press one button, and of course, the whole fucking pumpkin explodes. The whole thing just goes to pieces all over the backyard. And then Drew
you think they blew up a real pumpkin in studio?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they hooked some shit up together. Absolutely.
That's good.
Drew goes, doing his best Oppenheimer. It's a horrible weapon, and I pray to God we never have to use it. Kate notices that Oswald's breast implants are gone, seemingly.
Yeah, he's not as perky as he normally is.
She's like, well, what happened? And he goes, well, they're not gone. I just had Lewis tape them down because my mom's coming into town.
Yeah.
And then we get this moment where Drew's like, oh, well, that must have not been the easiest thing. And he's like, oh, well, don't knock it till you try it. Yeah. So basically... Oswald plans to give his mom the $10,000 he got from Drug Co.
Yes, he did get the check.
He's not going to explain how he's doing it, though. He's like, he's really going to try to zig where she zags if she asks about it.
Exactly. He was like, oh, and if she asks, I'm just going to change the subject.
Yeah. He doesn't want to get into having the fake breasts.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, that might be hard.
I wouldn't want to tell my mom.
Explain to your mom.
If she really needed the money, I hope she'd understand. But who walks in then other than Oswald's mom?
Yeah, Oswald's hot mom.
She asks Oswald for a hug, and Oswald says no.
No, he has a cold.
But Drew is into it. Drew, we just need
Drew
to drive home.
Wants a hug.
He's got the hots for Oswald's mom.
Yeah.
He asks for a hug, and then she says, "You're not going to do that weird thing with your breathing, right?" And he goes, "That was when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
And you were wearing that tight sweater with the bulging neckline."
Right.
I'm not getting that hug.
Yeah.
So Oswald starts to, offer her the money.
Yes.
But
and
we
then
find out.
She says that she is going to marry somebody instead. It's this guy, Henry, an orthodontist.
He's a well-off orthodontist. She goes, brace yourself.
Yeah. Nobody laughs.
Nobody laughs. But she goes, it's okay. It's his joke.
Yeah.
He can say it. He's allowed to say it. It's his joke. It's his word. So yeah, no need to do anything for her, she says. Mrs. Harvey goes, thanks, no thanks, don't need it. Oswald starts to literally weep in Drew's kitchen. She goes, are you crying, sweetie? He goes, yeah, it's just so damn hot out. Doesn't make any sense. It's October, dude.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's the cold
so
here.
So Oswald's mom is gonna get married for the cash.
We think. She says she also loves the guy.
Says she loves the guy.
As we'll come to learn, Oswald has some questions about that.
Yeah.
But
At the next scene, post-title sequence, we're at the Warsaw. Steve is back.
Steve and Drew, the Carey brothers.
It's about time.
Steve is dressed in full drag.
Yeah.
And he hopes that Drew and the gang are fine with it. And Drew insists they are. It's all good.
It's fine. It's all good. They're walking into Warsaw.
They walk in. Steve greets Oswald. And he's like, are you wearing a bra? He feels it right away.
Yeah.
He goes, I thought this was good. He goes, I always thought it would be Lewis first. Lewis, God bless him.
Yeah.
Oswald, he's like, oh, what was for drug code? It's nothing, whatever.
Yeah, and she says something like, they're not showy.
No, yeah.
I like them. They're not showy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A guy at the bar then sends a drink over for Kate.
Well, who we think. Yes.
But then the guy comes over and goes, actually, no, sorry, sweetheart. It wasn't for you. It was for this woman right over here, and hands it to Steve.
Yeah. And then he also just feels the need to explain himself. I like a woman with a little meat on her bones. Yeah. Which I'm like, I don't know any woman with a little meat on her bones that would like someone at the bar.
I don't know a woman that would both like to hear anything about your physique. Just don't bring up the boniness or the.
How about whatever. Different time.
We get the great Kate line of like, oh, well, be careful what you wish for, man. So then Steve has to reveal, oh, actually, sorry, I'm a man. All of the dude's friends at the bar start pointing and laughing at him for doing that. And then obviously, as any guy who would be embarrassed by this guy, starts to gets really intense about it and upset.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, this they shouldn't let freaks like you in here. I ought to beat you up or something.
So Steve starts to go in and, we find out that he has a black belt.
Yeah.
And he's also got a bag that matches it.
Yeah, that was a good line.
But then Drew intercedes and Drew basically goes, hey, listen, buddy.
This is my hairy brother.
This is my brother. I've worked at the same dead end job for 12 years. I don't got a lot going on. Kitchen's open, dude. Take a piece. Let's go.
And he takes off his glasses so he's serious.
Yeah. I like that that's Drew Carey's equivalent of taking off your earrings. Is I'm actually going to make my eyesight worse right now.
Drew without glasses does look crazy. He looks like a different guy.
Everybody without glasses looks I only wear glasses. When I take them off.
Yeah, to be fair, you look crazy.
I got small little eyes right now. It's crazy, dude. My eyes, I can't see shit. Putting them back on.
So anyway, Drew's ready to get in a fight for his brother.
So the guy eventually gives up. He's like, you know what, whatever. Let's just give it to the bony chick. So Kate gets this guy's drink and then he leaves.
Which I'm like, that's still bullshit. I think Steve should still get the drink, but whatever.
That's feminist icon. Is it feminist? I don't know. But no. So Steve's really appreciative of Drew stepping in there and doing all this. And then the next night, we're back at the Warsaw. No. The guys are driving. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The next scene, we're in the car.
Yes.
And I think they're driving back from the bar. I assume what this is.
They're going to the bar. They're flipping a coin to see who's going to be the DD.
That's right.
And then as they flip it, it like eventually flies out the window somehow.
Yeah.
And whatever. We get a lot. Oswald
they're
here.
basically, the main discourse here is Oswald wants to open up to his mom and tell him about, getting the breast implants for the money. Tell her about that.
He's also worried about the reason she's going into this marriage.
Yes.
She says like the orthodontist just isn't her mom's type because his dad was this big muscular guy, and he's a dinky little dentist.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, he's like worried about it.
That's what all dentist sounds are.
Yeah.
All dentists walk around, they're like,
okay, you got a cavity.
Why don't you floss more?
Wisdom teeth.
We are an anti-dentist podcast.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 dentists should go to the Hague. Yeah. I don't know why I'm very anti-dentist. I'm probably going to need them soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we get this whole back and forth with that. And then we end up at the Warsaw once again. And it is bumping with women. We think.
Yeah.
As the gang makes their way through the crowd, though, they realize that it's not women, it's actually cross-dressers.
Yeah, it's a bar full of basically Steve's friends now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kate comes over and asks, "Oh, what does it mean if someone asks if you're a tape down or a tuck under?" Classic. So yeah, Steve had told a few of his friends about the incident the other night.
Yeah, and they were his one friend Vicky, whose real name is Mike. We come to learn.
Yeah.
It's like, that's they commend Drew for standing up for his brother.
Solidarity.
So he's in good standing here with the cross-dressing community.
And they also decide that sort of as a statement about inclusive spaces for all people,
we're
going to take over the Warsaw.
Yeah, we're going to go wherever we want, and that includes this place.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
a whole bunch of cross-dressing men came out in solidarity with Steve in this moment.
They seem to have cleared out all the tables because they're all dancing.
Yeah, and they also seem to have cleared out all of the actual women, which Lewis is upset about. Oswald points out, though, they have as much of a right to be there as anybody else.
Yeah.
Even if it's annoying that they can't find someone to flirt with drunkenly.
Shout out the guy with big fake tits.
Yeah, standing up for the cross-dressing women. You guys don't understand, but I've been through it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Oswald now. We do get a moment here, too, where a woman, a real woman, leans over to Drew and asks if she should order the fried cheese.
Yeah.
And Drew's enamored with this woman. She finds out
because she's like,
Cleveland.
"Oh, I like, fried cheese too.
Anything fried's great."
Yeah.
That's fried foods, and you're in the general vicinity.
Yeah, you're from Cleveland.
Drew's ready. Drew's ready to go. But of course, given everything,
he starts to check if she has an Adam's apple.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's very not subtle.
Are you a man? No, he literally puts his finger under her fucking chin.
I was like, no, that's the one thing you don't do.
That's insane.
And then she goes, "Oh, screw you." What? She's very clearly offended.
Yeah.
And then Drew sort of tries to convince himself, like as she's like, "Oh, did you guys hear that? Screw you, screw." That was a deep voice. That was clearly a man.
Clearly a man.
So
the
next day, the gang has the resolve to find a new bar because they're afraid the cross-dressing scene at the Warsaw isn't for them.
Yeah, they just it seems that they just they don't like whatever the new Warsaw has become.
Yeah.
So they're looking for they're discussing a new bar, and they ask Mimi, who apparently is a woman of the night.
Yes, well, because that's where she thrives.
Yes,
as Lewis jokes, and she's got a whole system. Like Mimi's got fucking spreadsheets ready to go, apparently, with a whole list of Cleveland nightlife.
And she starts asking, like you need an Excel sheet.
Yeah, like there's more than 10 cells. But apparently she's got like some filters that she can run. Yeah. So as the gang's there, she's typing in some answers. We don't know what the questions are, but the answers are always like, no, under $20,000.
Yeah.
Probably on the smaller side.
Yeah.
And she prints out a list of results for them, and there's like 3 bars.
Yes, there's 3. It was Lonely Hearts Dance Club, and then We Rent Boats.
Yes. She's like, I guess they also sell beers. I like the idea of we rent boats, man.
I was really hoping they'd end up there. A little bit. I wanted them to end up at the boat shop.
But the gang doesn't really know what to do. They don't know how to kind of restore the Warsaw to their space.
So
Lewis goes, how do you solve a problem like a bunch of Marias?
But they do come up with the idea
Kate pitches.
Why don't we do a ladies' night?
Yeah. Girls' night at the Warsaw.
Yeah.
When women get twice as drunk, they're half as picky.
Yes.
So Lewis is in. Lewis actually wants to find a way to get them 4 times as drunk with that math.
Yeah.
And then they're into it.
And Drew's like, I think I can get the owner to do it, the owner of the Warsaw, once I tell him who he was making out with the other night.
There you go.
So
we then go into Oswald's global parcel van.
Yes.
Truck, whatever it is.
I guess Oswald invited his mom along for a ride along.
Yeah. She's doing a ride along with the global parcel guys. She likes delivering the packages. The people are real nice to her. Because again, it's a hot mom, dude.
Yeah, they're giving her tips.
Do you know I would tip my driver if it was a hot
mom?
It
was a hot mom.
Yeah. Instead of like a 24-year-old teen, a 24-year-old teen. What the fuck am I saying? Like, a dude who just doesn't care.
They're normally just frumpy dudes dressed in brown.
Yeah. But I'm even thinking like the Amazon guys. The Amazon guys that get any more
they're
like young dudes that are just like they're
grumpy teens
taking photos of shit. Like,
have you seen the way they just drag the fucking packages along the street?
Oh, dude, it's crazy. And they'll just leave the box out there with all the other shit. Yeah.
Now they got them those little carts. Have you seen the little like truck? I don't know.
The e-bike bicycle things.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them in other cities yet, but in New York now they have these little they're like little e-bikes, but they're like they kind of look like beverage carts on golf courses, and they have like a little spot for storage for the boxes, and then like a little windshield, and it's like it's almost like a Vespa. But for delivering your Amazon packages, it has the Amazon logo and everything on the side. Yeah.
No, it's crazy, man. The Amazon continues to push forward, and how can we make people's lives living hells?
And then wasn't it? They're doing drone deliveries in like the desert communities, and like I'm pretty sure they needed. No, 2 of them ran into each other.
Yeah,
and they fell out of the sky recently. So I'm like, it's going great.
Everything's going great. Yo, I don't know if we talked because did we talk since I went to Los Angeles? I went to Los Angeles in September for a quick weekend. I saw those driverless cars, the Waymos.
The Waymos, yeah.
Dude, we're fucking cooked, man. We're so good. These things are everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere.
There were a couple of interesting stories that have come out literally in like the last 2 weeks. So the one was, one of the Waymos made an illegal U-turn.
Okay.
And then the cops pulled over the Waymo.
Oh, me and Stasia had this question. Who do you arrest?
And then there was nobody they didn't realize what it was. There was nobody inside. So I don't know who got the ticket.
Does the car even recognize police? Like, is that?
Yeah, how did it know to pull over?
How did it know to pull to the side?
No idea.
That's insane.
Maybe it stopped at a light. I have no idea.
That's nuts, dude.
But then the second... It was a school bus. You know how you're supposed to stop for a school bus, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, it kept driving. It doesn't know. It doesn't recognize the school bus is stopped.
How do we teach computers about polite society?
Yeah. Or the law. That is the law. They do have a stop sign, but it's not a stop sign in the... So now, all these, I think it was in Georgia or South Carolina, these politicians were like, what the fuck are we going to... What are we going to do now?
Yeah.
What if this hits a kid? It doesn't know the kids. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Oh, man, dude, it's fun. I mean, it does recognize bodies.
Yes,
right?
yes. But I guess it's too close for comfort.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, maybe we're fucked, but also they're going to have some problems.
Oh, yeah.
I think as these rollouts get bigger, what is an actual integration into every one of these markets look like? I think it's going to be complicated, and there's going to be a lot of issues.
Well, and driving is such a weird thing where I guess Los Angeles is a good place to start, at least because it's so car dominant with highways and different things. But when you get into rural communities, or how's a Waymo going to deal with back roads? I don't know, man.
I love whenever they get stuck or they pull into the wrong place and they kind of short circuit, they have to send a driver out there to go drive. So they just hire a guy. They can't remote in. So there are people that Waymo dispatches to go.
Oh, dude, I'd be so
take
mad.
a Waymo to that Waymo and then get in and drive it. I'm like, this is This is fucked.
I'd be if I was like taking it to a doctor's appointment or something, and then I had to wait for a dude to show up to my driverless car with their driverless car. I'd be so pissed. Oh, but then what happens with that guy's car? Does Waymo dispatch it? Is it just a series of Waymo dispatches?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Oh God, and they're worth like $2 billion or something stupid.
Yeah.
God. Well. We're not going to solve that here, but we are going to continue to talk about the Drew Carey show. We get Oswald with his mom, and she's very happy about the deliveries. He asks about this orthodontist, and he's like, I'm not convinced you're marrying him for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Are you worried about your money and your friend? Because I'm happy to. And she takes this as insecurity on Oswald's part.
Yeah. Oh, are you jealous? Mm-hmm. Are you worried that I'm going to love him more?
I do love him, but I'll always love you more,
Yeah.
And so he then shows her the $10,000 check that he got, and she goes, it's actually really good. She's like, "Oh, Oswald, you can't just write $10,000 on a check. If you don't have the money, it doesn't." She's like, "No, it's a real. I have the money. Where'd you get it from?" "Oh, I got it from."
She's got a lot of nerve making that joke whenever she just bounced his birthday check.
That's true. Well, that's how she learned the hard way that you can't just write money on a check.
Yeah, she just learned.
Just learned it herself. And at this point, when she asks, and I've been trying to figure out the proper way to say this, because I was going to say he reveals his breasts, but there's no actual. I
thought that's what we were going to get.
Yeah, that he was going to flash her.
I was ready for him to flash his mom.
Yeah, no.
But I was just like, that's impolite.
There's a line too far for the people at the American Broadcasting Company or Warner Brothers or whoever at this point. So she does cop a feel though. She's grabbing him. She's like, "Oh my God, what the hell is this?"
With palm.
Yeah, with. She didn't get the rules. She didn't get the rules. And he goes, "Oh, well, it's only for 31 days, and they're going to take him out, and then I got the money." And she's kind of like, she has her mind blown.
She's disgusted.
Yeah,
the look on her face is disgust.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
that's how that resolves itself. She doesn't need the money, and she loves Oswald, and he's going to get rid of the breasts real soon.
Yeah. So the next scene, we're now at ladies' night at the Warsaw,
and it's going great.
Yes,
yeah. Everybody's Lewis is talking about all the girls he's already been assaulted by.
He got a light red slap from a girl, and he was bragging about it.
Yeah,
and then Steve comes up.
Yep.
Drew's sitting at the bar, and Steve comes up to order 3 beers.
Yep,
and the bartender's like $6.
Yeah,
can I just say? Mm-hmm. What
a bargain.
What a bargain.
Yeah, absolutely.
$6 for 3 beers.
Yeah. Oh, it pays to be a lady.
But that's not good enough for Steve.
Yeah.
Because the discount is $1 beer. It should be $3
for ladies.
For ladies
night, it's $1 beer.
And Steve's like, "Don't you mean $3?" And the bartender's like, "No.
Yeah.
That's for ladies.
You're not a lady.
You're not a lady."
And Steve goes, "Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I might not be a woman, but I'm definitely a lady."
Yeah.
And Drew, very opposite of the last response, tries to cool him down. And he goes, "Oh, well, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just relax." Essentially.
Yeah.
And Steve takes offense to this. Steve's like, this is Steve's a complete 180.
You're my brother. Back me up here.
Yeah. Why are you trying to force me out of this space? And then Drew and him basically get into this blowout fight, and Drew, leaves or threatens to leave, and then he leaves.
Yeah. Steve says something. Steve calls it in this fight at one point, "my bar."
Yeah.
And I only harp on that because that ends up being the sticking point, I think, for Drew in the next scene.
Absolutely. So we go later that night. Drew's playing pool out in the backyard in the pouring rain.
Yes.
He's got his little Paddington Bear sort of slacks on. Yeah. And then Steve comes in and, is basically like, "Man, why'd you turn on me at the Warsaw?
Yeah.
I think you're actually embarrassed that your brother's a crossdresser."
Right.
And Drew goes, that couldn't be further from the truth. I backed you up. I've welcomed you with the family and things.
Yeah.
No,
he
Drew's
even bought him whatever he's wearing.
Yeah, some of the shawl or something he's wearing. And Drew goes, no. It has nothing to do with you being a crossdresser. It's that I feel like you're always taking things from me.
Yeah.
Stealing the Warsaw or making it this cross-dresser space is just the latest example. We get like a whole laundry list.
He starts with like a Frankenstein mask when they were kids.
He had a Frankenstein mask that Steve insists was too big for him.
Yeah.
But Which I love the idea.
Drew's
you couldn't see. People were worried about it. It fit me better.
I could see out of the nose holes.
Yeah, you want to look out the nose. We also find out that Drew had the Drew Carey fan club. The only requirement was your name has to be Drew Carey.
And then Steve became the president and kicked Drew out.
That's a good gag, man. I really enjoy that as a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So then Steve starts to understand what Drew's getting at. And he apologizes. Drew apologizes for blowing up first, though.
Yeah.
So then Drew goes, man, I can't even have my apology. You got to out-apologize my apology. And then Steve's like, well, what can I do to make up for this?
And Drew just makes him stand outside in the rain.
He takes his umbrella from him and he goes, yeah, you stand out in the rain until I tell you to. So then we just get this scene of Steve
going in the house and Steve just getting soaked in the rain.
And then after I'm going to say 30 seconds, Drew comes back out with the umbrella. He goes, come on, man, I can see through your shirt. Get back in. We're done here. And then, so the brothers make up and we've resolved the episode.
That was it.
Credits scene.
I was like, oh, that was a quick resolution, but also I'm like, it's family, it's brothers.
Yeah,
that kind of shit happens.
Yeah, you get over it. You make them stand in the rain for a little bit. It's all good. The credits scene is Lewis and Oswald blowing some shit up in the oven. They're base. I don't know if you caught what this was. I kind of missed it, but
they're trying to make 1 second toast.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, they're trying to make as if toast wasn't simple enough. Are you tired of toast taking up too much time in your day?
This show, man.
Well, we got 1 second toast. They hooked up a car battery to the fucking oven, and they blew the oven doors off. And apparently a piece of toast went out the other direction and knocked Drew out.
There's just fire throughout.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was 1 second toast. I thought it was like another pumpkin thing. 1 second toast. God bless those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that's how we end the episode.
Ends.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, season 4 is some fun shit. We're really cooking with this.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I genuinely didn't catch that joke.
Catch what it was.
Sometimes when we write these notes to make sure we get everything, I miss some shit.
I miss shit like that.
Oh, fuck.
Or then I'll pick up shit like that and then I'll miss plot points.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yeah, no, that was, yeah.
So.
But yeah, that's it for these episodes. And that's a wrap for us. We're going to go make some 1 second toast. But, you can follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Cleveland Rocks Podcast. You can subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/@Cleveland Rocks Podcast.
Please.
As always, you can email us any thoughts. If you're from Australia, let us know where you're from, listener. Cleveland Rocks Podcast.
If you know the Cleveland of your area.
Yeah, tell us. We want to know. Cleveland Rocks Podcast @gmail.com. And I think that's it. We'll catch you in the next one.
Guys. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.